science just uncovered a hidden truth. Your cat forgets treats, forgets cuddles. But there are 20 things you do they remember forever, and almost every cat owner overlooks them. Let's begin. Number 1. That one gentle touch you gave them. Your cat remembers the softest moment you ever gave them. The time you stroked their head when they were scared during a thunderstorm. When you whispered calmly as the fireworks exploded outside. That morning, you let them sleep on your chest an extra hour even though you were late. Neuroscientists found cats store comfort memories in the same brain region humans use for love and attachment. These memories release oxytocin every time they're recalled. When your cat slowly blinks at you randomly, they just replayed one of these moments. When they seek you during stress, they're returning to a memory where your presence meant safety. You weren't just nice once. You became their permanent definition of gentle. Number 2. People who pretended to like them. This one's brutal. Cats detect fake affection and never forget who faked it. Animal behaviorists call this authenticity imprinting. Your friend who fake cooed at your cat while secretly annoyed? Your cat recorded that energy mismatch between words and body language. They noticed the tensed shoulders, forced smile, and irritated microexpressions. Cats read human faces using 276 facial recognition points, more than most humans use. They catalog these discrepancies permanently. That's why certain people get instant rejection regardless of treats or playtime. Your cat isn't being picky. They're remembering someone who lied with kindness. To cats, emotional dishonesty is a threat. Once you're filed under fake, you're staying there. No second chances. Number 3. Every food that made them sick. One bad meal equals lifetime ban. A cat's digestive memory is frighteningly accurate. They remember not just what food caused illness, but the color, texture, smell, even the bowl's location. This isn't pickiness, it's biological self-preservation. Cats possess what veterinarians call taste aversion memory, which UCLA studies show lasts their entire lifetime after just one negative incident. That chicken flavor they suddenly refuse? 3 years ago, it caused nausea once. That's sufficient. The bowl shape that triggers hesitation? Associated with a stomach ache from 2019. Your cat's brain permanently tags these experiences as poison. They're not being difficult about food. They're remembering their body trying to shut down. And they're making sure it never happens again. Number 4. The person who hurt them once. If someone hurt your cat even one time, that person is blacklisted forever. Cats don't believe in forgiveness. They believe in data. One aggressive grab, one kick, one thrown object, and that human's face, voice, and scent are permanently coded as threat. Research from Animal Behavior Journal shows cats need 12 positive interactions neutralize one negative experience. But here's the problem. Most cats never give that person 12 chances. The memory is too strong. Your relative who accidentally stepped on their tail 5 years ago? Still an enemy. The ex-roommate who once sprayed them with water? Permanently dangerous. This is why some visitors get attacked for no apparent reason. There's always a reason. Your cat just has a longer memory than you do. Number 5. When you respected their no. Your cat remembers the first time you stopped when they said stop. When they pulled away from petting and you immediately let go. When they hid under the bed and you didn't drag them out. When their ears went back and you backed off instead of forcing interaction. Animal cognition studies at UC Davis show cats form consent memories that fundamentally alter their trust architecture. This isn't training, it's respect recognition. Every time you honored their boundary, their brain recorded, this human is safe because they listen. That's why they approach you more freely now. They remember you proved that no means something in your presence. You didn't just earn trust. You defined what trust actually feels like. Number 6. the layout of their first safe space. Your cat remembers every corner of where they first felt secure. Even decades later, feline spatial memory operates like GPS coordinates mixed with emotional data. They don't just remember rooms, they remember how sunlight hit specific spots, which corners smelled safest, where sounds were muffled. University of Lincoln researchers found cats maintain secure base maps forever. These maps don't update, they layer. This explains bizarre behavior in new homes. Your cat staring at empty walls? They're overlaying old safe spaces onto new environments, sleeping in weird positions, recreating spatial security from memory, refusing certain rooms. Those dimensions don't match their original safety blueprint. Your cat isn't exploring your home, they're searching for a home that doesn't exist anymore. Number 7. The sound of your car specifically. Your cat doesn't just hear cars, they memorized your car's acoustic signature. The precise engine rumble, brake squeak, door slam pattern. They distinguish it from the 47 other cars that pass daily. Auditory researchers found cats segment sounds into dimensions you can't perceive. They're hearing frequencies of your car you didn't know existed. This memory is so specific that cats recognize their owner's vehicle 3 blocks away. That's why your cat's waiting at the door before you park. They didn't guess arrival time. They heard your car's unique acoustic fingerprint and cross-referenced it with routine memory. Other families report their cats ignored identical car models. Your cat isn't hearing a car, they're hearing you coming home. Number 8. When you understood their language. Cats never forget the first time you truly understood them. The moment you recognized their specific meow meant play with me, not just random noise. When you noticed their tail flick meant give me space, and you actually listened. That day, you brought them to the quiet room because you saw they were overstimulated. Oregon State University research reveals cats form permanent communication bonds when humans correctly interpret their signals. This creates what behaviorists call a mutual understanding memory. It's why your cat keeps using those specific signals with you, but not others. They remember you're the one who speaks their language. Every time they communicate and you respond correctly, they're reliving that original moment of being truly heard. Number 9. The vet visit from absolute hell. If your cat had one particularly traumatic vet visit, they remember it vividly. Not just the pain, everything surrounding it. The carrier, the smells, the car ride, even your nervous energy. That's why many cats seem to know a vet visit is coming before it happens. Familiar cues trigger memories of fear or discomfort. Their reaction isn't exaggeration, it's anticipation based on experience. For cats, memory is preventative. If something was traumatic once, their brain prepares them to avoid it again. Understanding this can help us be more patient when vet day arrives. Your cat isn't being difficult. They're remembering the day they thought you betrayed them, and they're terrified it's happening again. Number 10. When you protected their routine. Your cat remembers when you fought to keep their world stable, when you maintained feeding times during your chaos, when you still played with them despite being exhausted, when you kept their space calm during home renovations. Cats catalog these stability sacrifices permanently. Veterinary behaviorist Dr. Mikel Delgado found cats assign higher bonding value to routine protection than food provision because routine is emotional security. When life got unpredictable for you but stayed predictable for them, they noticed. They remember you absorbed the chaos so they didn't have to. That's not pet ownership. That's love in a language cats actually understand, and they never ever forget it. Number 11. The nickname only you use. Your cat remembers that specific ridiculous name you call them when nobody's watching. Not their official name, that weird, embarrassing nickname you created during a bonding moment. Fluffernutter, potato, little criminal. whatever absurdity you invented. Tokyo University's Animal Language Lab found cats neurologically distinguish between their formal name and personal nicknames, storing them in separate memory categories. The nickname activates different emotional responses because it's linked to intimate moments. When you use it, they're remembering every private interaction attached to that sound. Other people using their real name? Professional relationship. You using that nickname? That's accessing the deep memory files. You're not just calling your cat. You're speaking their secret language. Number 12. When you chose them over something important. Your cat remembers when you picked them over something that mattered to you. When you skipped plans to stay home because they seemed anxious. When you left a party early because it was their dinner time. When you took them to the emergency vet at 2 a.m. instead of sleeping before your big presentation. Cats possess what researchers call priority detection memory. They recognize when they rank above other concerns in your life. This memory is stored with exceptional emotional weight because in the wild, being prioritized means survival. Your cat isn't being needy when they demand attention during your important calls. They're remembering you've proven they're the priority before, and they're checking if that's still true. Number 13. The first time they made you laugh. Your cat remembers the exact moment they discovered they could make you happy. Maybe they did something ridiculous and you burst out laughing. They noticed. That sound, your body language, your energy shift, it all got recorded. Feline behavior specialists found cats intentionally repeat actions that previously generated positive human reactions. But the first time, that's the blueprint memory. Every silly thing they do now references that original moment. When your cat zooms at 3 a.m., knocks things off counters, or does that weird sideways hop, they're not being random. They're attempting to recreate the memory of making you happy. Your cat discovered they have power over your emotions, and they weaponize that knowledge forever. Number 14. When you let them comfort you. The most powerful memory? When you let them see you cry. When you didn't hide your sadness, stress, or fear, and they approached to comfort you. You accepted it. This creates what's called an emotional vulnerability memory in cats. Most animals, including cats, instinctively avoid distressed beings because distress signals danger. When your cat approached your pain anyway, and you let them stay, you gave them purpose. Arizona State University's companion animal research shows cats retain these moments as core identity memories. They remember being needed, not just wanting. When your cat headbutts you during tough days now, they're remembering, this is what I'm for. You didn't just accept comfort. You gave your cat their reason to exist. Number 15. When you let them sleep beside you. The first time you allowed your cat into your bed, that memory became sacred. To a cat, sleeping locations represent ultimate trust and vulnerability. When you permitted them into your most private space, especially while you're unconscious and defenseless, you communicated acceptance at the deepest level. They remember that permission. That's why cats often return to sleep in the same position night after night. They're not just comfortable. They're honoring a memory of being chosen for your inner circle. To your cat, your bed isn't furniture. It's proof they belong in your life. Number 16. Your emotional breakdown. If you've ever cried in front of your cat, been visibly upset, or gone through obvious distress, they remember it. Cats detect human emotional states through body language, vocal changes, and chemical signals. When they witnessed your vulnerability, that moment was filed differently than normal interactions. Many cat owners report their cats behaving more gently or staying closer during difficult times. This isn't coincidence. They're remembering when you needed them before. To your cat, your emotions aren't invisible. They're memorable events that shape how they interact with you going forward. Number 17. The moment they chose you. If you adopted your cat from a shelter or rescue, There was a moment when they made their choice. Maybe they reached through the cage. Maybe they climbed into your lap. Maybe they simply made eye contact and didn't look away. That wasn't random. Cats observe potential owners carefully before deciding. They're reading energy, temperament, safety signals. Once they choose, that memory becomes foundational. Every behavior they show you traces back to that original decision. Your cat didn't just accept a new home. They remember actively choosing you. And that makes all the difference. Number 18. The exact sound of your voice when you're happy. Your cat remembers how your voice sounds when you're genuinely happy. Not just your normal tone, but that specific pitch and energy when something makes you truly joyful. Research from the University of Sussex shows cats can distinguish between different emotional states in human vocalizations with remarkable accuracy. When you laugh authentically, talk excitedly about good news, or speak with pure contentment, they're cataloging that sound. This memory becomes their emotional compass. That's why cats often approach you differently when you're in a good mood. They're not just sensing your current state. They're matching your voice against stored memories of when happiness meant safety, play, and positive attention. Your joy became their security signal, and they remember every note of it. Number 19. When you came back after they thought you were gone forever. If you've ever been away for an extended period, weeks or months, your cat remembers your return with extraordinary clarity. Not just that you came back, but the overwhelming relief they felt in that moment. Japanese researchers discovered that cats form what they call reunion imprint memories that fundamentally reshape their understanding of separation. This memory teaches them that absence isn't abandonment. That's why cats who've experienced long separations and reunions handle future departures with less anxiety. They're not being indifferent when you leave now. They're remembering the proof that you always return. When your cat waits by the window or sits near the door, they're not worried. They're confident because they remember the day their world came back. Number 20. The specific way you smell when you're calm. Your cat memorized your scent signature when you're at peace. Not stressed, not anxious, not rushed, just calm. Cats have 200 million scent receptors compared to humans' 5 million, and they use this to build detailed olfactory profiles of the people they love. When you're relaxed, your body chemistry changes, releasing different pheromones and hormones. Your cat remembers this exact chemical signature because it represents the safest version of you. This is why cats seek you out when you're meditating, reading quietly, or resting peacefully. They're not just enjoying your stillness. They're returning to a scent memory that means everything is okay. Your calm became their anchor. And that scent memory guides them back to safety every single time. If this changed how you see your cat's memory, you need to understand what they're remembering about you right now. Every interaction you're having is being filed away, permanently, becoming tomorrow's behavior pattern. Most cat owners miss these memory-forming moments completely, and their cats pay the price in anxiety and confusion. Hit subscribe, because next week's video reveals the 5 daily mistakes that create negative memories your cat will never forget, and how to replace them with positive ones before it's too late. Your cat's remembering this moment right now. Make sure it's worth remembering. I'll see you in the next one.